Guys, good morning. How are you? Hey, Ray. Hey, Tom. Mike will be here in a few minutes. Don't freak out. Oh. At least as far as I know, he will be. I've not heard otherwise. So what's going on? Any big news out there today? Anything happening? I haven't looked at anything yet. Thanks, Ray. Yeah, big news. It's not snowing. I admire you guys. You really have a lot of courage the way you guys endure the that weather. I don't know. But then people laugh at us when it's 120. So, hey, it dawned on me last night or this morning, whenever, that all just, it's like a blur. But anyway, the last concierge orientation class did not get uploaded to the Google Plus page. I just uploaded it. It'll take a few minutes to render. Well, we got class. We're getting ready to start trading room anyway, but I started a list yesterday, and I have quite a few names, and we could do it today. But if we end up not doing it today, and you want to be a part of the class or something, there's going to be a fresh video. It's not fresh. It was actually recorded December 22nd, I think. And it's 2.5 hours, if I'm not mistaken. So the title on it, on the Google Plus page, will be Concierge Trade Alerts Orientation Class from December, something like that. So you'll be able to spot it in case you weren't able to make it. And I could have swore that thing was uploaded, except I don't swear, of course, you know. And, well, there you go. Houses I hate is here. Yeah. There are some places with some pretty ideal climates. My wife really, really wants to move to Ecuador. Every day she's showing me a new place. I mean, overlooking the ocean, and she finds these places that are like, you know, would be bed and breakfasts. All you guys could come. We could have classes and training and trade together, and you know, she really, really, really wants to do this. I'm working on a deal if I can pull it off. Sayonara. But I mean, I won't be leaving you guys. As long as I got electricity and internet, we're good to go forever. Uruguay, I don't know anything about Uruguay, Esteban. Is that where you're from? Jim, your wife's from Ecuador. What part? Okay, well, I got to write that down. Esteban, you might be our first person from Uruguay. How did you hear about us? Internet or? She's from Guayaquil? Or that's not, I don't think you spelled that right, did you, Jim? Listen to me question how you spell where your wife came from. I think it's Guyaquil. That's one of the places. It's like a lot of expats And you know, just because I go live there doesn't mean I'm no longer patriotic. I never did like that term expat, but they use it a lot. Anyway, well, that's interesting, Jim. Esteban Internet, okay. Chris says we are like the United Nations here. You know, I like that. That's good. Where are you from, Chris? Oh, Esteban says, very nice here in Uruguay, no taxes from your trading. Now, do you open your account with a broker there? Or do you open your account with a broker here? Oh, Chris, you're from Poland, okay. Also, Esteban, you live in Uruguay, and then you open your account here in the U.S., there's no problems, and what you're saying is that your government doesn't tax you on the money you make here? Is that how that works? Now, is that like a legal thing or like a, you know, wink wink kind of a thing? Trading is not taxed. It's completely legal. Wow. I wonder how many other places in the world there are like that. Yeah, in the UK, we have a young lady that comes to the radio show from the UK, and that thing that they do over there, spread betting, they don't pay any taxes on that. Okay, I'm going to bring up over here in my browser window, Uruguay. I don't even know, is it a landlocked country? Because I do love my ocean. Says the man who lives in the desert. Okay, let's see, I got the Wikipedia page. Okay, wedged like a grape. Where'd that go? Wedged like a grape between Brazil's gargantuan thumb and Argentina's long forefinger, Uruguay has always been something of an underdog. Yet after 2 centuries living in the shadow of its neighbor, South America's smallest country is finally getting a little well-deserved recognition. Progressive, stable, safe, and culturally sophisticated. Uruguay offers visitors opportunities to experience short-term visitors will find plenty to keep them busy in cosmopolitan Montevideo, picturesque Colonia, and party till you drop Punta del Este. But it pays to dig deeper. Go wildlife watching along the Atlantic coast, hot spring hopping up the Rio, or horseback riding under the big sky. Dude, Mike.
Yes.
Esteban's from Uruguay. Uruguay, whatever. Anyway, trading there is not taxed. Tax-free income. And I asked him, was it a legal thing or a wink-wink thing? And for him, it is. I suppose if we were to go to live there, we would still, you know, unless we renounced our citizenship, which I'm not going to do. But he said, yeah, any money that he makes there from he's got his brokerage accounts here in the U.S. But it's so I'm looking at it on Lonely Planet, like a nice place. Because we were just talking about how my wife wants to go to Ecuador and run a trading school from there. Big, you know, overlooking the ocean place, like a big bed and breakfast, conference rooms. Oh my gosh! Every day she comes to me. Well, how about this one? It's only $175,000. You know. And I'm like, gosh, I really would like to. Well, you know what, Esteban, man, you should have a Skype or something one day. Many Americans No, now, you say Punta del Este. What city do you live in?
Oh, that's
Let
what's
me write this down. I'm going to write down your Skype address. Let me write it somewhere I won't lose it. I forget what mine is. It's like CFRN1, I think. Or yeah, I don't know. I'll look it up for you. You live in Punta del Este. Is that on the ocean? Because I saw Atlantic coast. And Mike, you go ahead and start trading, man. I don't want to get in your way.
okay. I am. Something's up with my Dom.
Okay.
Yeah, something is definitely up with my Dom.
Francis says the Bush family bought lots of land in Uruguay. Montevideo is similar to San Diego, says John. In Canada, if you trade in a TFSA, the income is not taxed, but you can't trade futures in the TFSA.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Bert.
Yeah, Jorge, you're right. You're absolutely right. Yeah, good morning, Bert. How are you?
Hi, Dwayne.
Ladies and gentlemen, my good friend, Burton Schlichter. The man I'll be swapping squares with in a foxhole. That's right. On live radio.
Squares.
I hadn't thought of that term. I'm very familiar with it. Brother, can I cop a square?
That's right. I remember my dad.
That's back when I had an afro, you know. So.
Called you Leroy back then, huh?
That's right.
Yeah.
Bad Leroy Brown. Meanest futures trader in the whole darn town.
Wow.
So Michael, you're down and out. What's up?
I'm looking at all my DOMs here, and something just doesn't seem right.
They're not matching with price, maybe. Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything I can do to help? Obviously not.
Let's see. On gold, 66.8 is the high. 66.4 would be the low. Down close 66.4 on gold would be a short trade. Okay. Looking for the down close of 66.4 on the gold for the short trade. And crude, go to last. All right, we do have crude inventories coming out today. That hurt. We do have crude inventories coming out today. Okay. And let's see, on the Russell right over here, we just had a short trade there on the Russell.
What time to go?
Right here. Come on, where is it? There it is. All right, and on crude, it's starting to pull back a little bit here. All right, 50.75 is the high on that. 50.71 would be the low, so down close at 50.71 on crude would be a short trade. We never got the down close on the gold. Okay, we never got the down close on the gold. There's the down close on the crude, so I am short on the crude. All right, for 50.70. All right, locking in 10. I just took 10 on that one. Okay. Now, I had stopped out on an earlier one, so I'm plus 2 now on the crude. Okay. Go to last. From there. Down to there. Let me just check it. 10 ticks. See?
So you done for the day?
No. I had lost the first trade that I took on crude. I lost 8 ticks on that one. So now I'm plus 2. 59 is the high. So the down close right there. Alright, I just shorted 55. And I'm looking for that to go, well, keep going down. I'm going to throw my stop at break even here because Oh, man. That charts aren't keeping up with the DOM. Another down close here would be a short trade. Okay, not now. A down close on this one would be a short trade. There. Okay. Yeah, this down close right here was momentum short trade from 50.43. I'm in one tick better than that. It looks like it's going to pull back up to the YBR here and take me out. Yep, it just did. Okay, I'm going to slide that off right now. Okay, hold on a second. You know, and I rebooted this morning too.
Kurt, that's a good message you shared. It's got my name wrote all over it, man.
Yeah, I thought of everyone with that one.
I'm going to make myself write it longhand 100 times.
Soybeans has a short right here at 78 as well. Okay. All right, Alex A, are you in here right now? You left click over here in the price column, hold down the shift like that, and then roll your cursor. Oops, where's it? Hold down. Roll your mouse button is what I mean. All right, I missed the soybean short, guys. I didn't get filled on it. Okay, I was trying to get filled right in there, but it didn't happen. Let's see. What else do we have going here? On crude, again. An up close on crude would be a long trade right there at 50.57. Okay, I missed that one. I didn't get filled on it. Tried to get filled. I didn't get filled. On the Russell, this up close right here was a long trade. So from 89.8 on the Russell. Okay, 89.8 on the Russell was a spot. And stop to break even. And stop to +3. And I'm out. Sorry, I know I didn't check my DOM. I use Ninja. Well, I don't know how to do it on Ninja, Alex. I don't know. All right. Crude did not put in a higher swing here, guys, so we don't get to trade again in that direction. All right. It's probably going to turn down right here. Nothing on natural gas. The soybeans are pulling back a little bit. Excuse me. Soybeans are starting to pull back a little bit. They have a high of 75.75. They're going to have a low of 74.75. Okay, down close at 74.75 is not going to be low enough. 80 is a significant area here. They're trying to get down to 72. right. Well, the Russell put in a higher swing now. It needs to pull back and give us some divergence. Okay. All right. Um, on the soybeans, guys, it's got a high of 75. It'll have a low of 74. So down close there at 74 on the soybeans would be a short trade. Okay, down close at 74 would be a short trade. The soybeans are trying to get down to 72 right now. Okay. Let's see what else we got going. We don't have anything over here on the Russell that we can do right at the moment. Okay, because we don't have the right divergence. Here on the gold, we don't have anything. Here on crude, we don't have anything. And on natural gas, we don't have anything. Alright, we got an up close, not a down close on the soybean, so I gotta move the trend line down like this. Okay. Alright, on the crude, I'd really rather see a down close on this bar than an up close. Good. Okay, because now we can draw a trend line. And we have red on the cycle, so we have to close above the trend line. Okay, because we have red on the cycle, we've got to get up above that trend line. All right. All right, and up close on this bar would be a long trade. It would be a momentum long trade, 50.74 up to 50.78. It's going right into dynamic resistance there, guys. Not the best one. 74.75 over here on the soybeans. So look for a down close at 73.75. Okay. Now, you see over here we put in a wick, a double top there with a wick. So now we've got to draw a trend line from that wick. Okay. On the Russell, it's got a high of 89.2. Yeah, hang on. There's a trend line on the Russell. Back here on the soybeans, 74.75. We're looking for a down close at 73.75. Okay. That's on the soybeans. On the crude, we still need to get an up close above the trend line. Okay. There's the down close on the soybeans, short on the soybeans. It's a momentum short, so as soon as you get profit in the trade, you can move your stop to break even. Okay, now the down close was at 73.75. It's trying to get down to 72. Soybeans are trying to get down to 72. Okay. Over here on the crude, we got a... never mind on the crude. Got nothing on the crude.
Ooh, crude, short, 50-50. Ride with me, baby. Come. I'll take you places you've never been. We're going to 41 and pull the plug.
All right, 50-50 is the alert level on the crude?
No. No, I was just looking at price action. We're down. We're below the lowest level. 5120 was the get short level, the official alerts. So now I'm just looking at stuff down below it. So it's
Okay.
so 5120
Oops.
triggered that.
Right there was a short on that crude. Right there, 50.54 was a spot to short crude right there. I didn't take it. And the Russell, yeah. This down close right over here on the Russell was a spot to short. Right there.
I only made it down to 46, no 41.
Alright. We have bullish divergence on the natural gas, and we're trading below the BBC. Okay, bullish divergence on the natural gas and trading below the BBC. Alright, on the Russell. Long trade right there, 89.9. Okay, looking for the green line to get up into the cycle on that. I'm at 90 and locking in a couple. I'm locking in 5 and I'm flat. Alright.
Bert, do you watch Chicago Fire?
No, I don't.
Ah,
I didn't in the beginning.
Good show, and it flips back and forth with Chicago PD. They'll have like last night. There's an arson case, and so tonight when Chicago PD comes on, it'll pick up where Chicago Fire left off last night. It's kind of cool way to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, my wife watches it. I think she likes one of the dudes on the fire
Your wife
department.
has very good taste in television. You tell her I said that.
Yeah, you do guys. You guys watch the same stuff, don't you?
We do.
Alright. On the crude, we're testing the BBC. We need an up close on this bar. An up close would be at 67 on that crude right there. Okay, you see that on the crude right here? We got a low of 63 testing the BBC. The up close at 67 would be a long trade. We don't need a trend line because we have bullish divergence in the cycle. This is the right color. The ES is about to have a long trade too. Okay, from 37.50 up to 38.50. If you get an up close at 38.50 on the ES, that would be a long trade. All right, crude closed down, not up. Okay, now this up close right here on crude is a long trade, 50.64. 50.64. I just looked over there and it said 50.64, and I looked at my DOM. My DOM was saying 50.60. So I'm not doing anything with it right now. Non-manufacturing is coming out in 10. Oh, in 7 minutes. Okay. Thanks, Keith. Thanks for the reminder. Let me go here and take a look at this. I'm going to highlight this right here. I didn't take it, but I'll highlight it for you. All right, so pre-market, I want today. Today is February 4th. Final services PMI came out. ADP non-farm employment change came out. Oh yeah, who asked me that yesterday? Gold should have run on that this morning, or gold should have moved on that this morning, the non-farm. It came out at 8:15, that's odd. Right, but the non-manufacturing PMI is due out at 10, so is IV PMI for the Canadian. And we have crude inventories coming out at the bottom of the hour. Okay. Missed that one. Alright. These markets are a little messy right now. Just a little bit messy. I went to look at gold this morning when the non-farm employment came out. At 8:15. Doesn't seem to have had any major effect on it. Interesting. Am I still in the Russell trade? No, I'm not in any trades right now. Nope. I would wait a few minutes, Nelly, right now. The markets aren't trending right now. You don't have any real strong trending markets. You know, the Russell's just given a long trade off the BBC right here. But, you know, looking left, we're not trending. Okay, same thing with gold. Currently, I'm -6 on crude and I'm +8 on the Russell in 5 trades. That's where things stand right now. on the Russell, we got a low of 90.4. We're going to have a high of 90.8. Okay, and up close there at 90.8 on the Russell would be a long trade. Okay. Oops. I thought we already had the up close there. We should have. There we go. Okay. Long the Russell. I'm throwing my stop at break even. I'm not sure what's... My charts and my DOM seem to be off a little bit here. 90.9 is where I'm in. Let's see. I need 8 ticks to get my goal for the day. So I'm going to put a target right up there at 91.7. Okay. And I'm flat. What did I get out of that? One tick. Alright, on the crude, we have a low here at 76. We'll have a high of 50.80 on the crude. So an up close at 50.80 on crude would be a long trade. Okay, an up close at 50.80 on the crude would be a long trade. Just about there. Wow, gold just took off. Alright, let's keep an eye on the crude and the gold. There's the up close on the crude. Okay. So I'm in the crude at 50.81. Alright, in the crude at 50.81. Stop is 8 ticks away. Stop is at break even. Stop is at +2. And I'm out with 2. Come on. Get over there. I'm trying to move my DOM, but I can't. Anyway. We'll get there. We'll get there, guys. Go to last. Alright. That trade that I pointed out to you guys a little while ago on the ES. Where was it? Oh, I was drawing this trend line. I said we got the up close a little while ago. It never happened. We have that one right there. It just happened. Okay. Is this anyone's first day in the trial today? Is anybody in here today for the first trial? First day of your trial? 50.94 on the crude. Alright, on the crude, guys, I'm trailing my stop here to +5 ticks. I'm in at 50.95, and it just took me out. So that is the goal for the day. I see some 8 trades. I still gotta stop on that thing. All right. There. Okay. All orders off. $15.95.
On the ES alert last night, guys, there was an error, and hopefully some of you caught it, and if you didn't, I apologize. I should have sent out some kind of a notice. We have a weekly trading zone at 2031.32, I believe. I don't have my list right in front of me. Oh, wait, I've got it right here. Where'd it go? There it is. Yeah, let's see, yeah. 31.32 is a weekly trading zone, and I had short below 20.33, and we don't do that. We don't short into a zone, so my apologies on that. I don't know how I overlooked it, but I did. And what we do, we came right down to 32 and bounced all the way up to 42.75. 10-point bounce off the zone. That's how it's supposed to work, or we like to see it work, or whatever. So just for everyone's edification, anytime you see a concierge trade alert that conflicts with a weekly trading zone, disregard it, email me. There are rare occasions that I'll do it, but I write in there, I know this conflicts with the weekly zone, but there's a reason, and I've done that a couple times. So anyway, give me a couple. Just don't let it sting you again if it's already stung you once.
All right. Okay, so I will go over the actual trade setups early. Did you? I'm trying to think if I sent them to you yesterday. Probably not. I'm on. You got everything sent to you yesterday, but I'll go over the trade setups here in a few minutes, guys. Okay. It's 10:06. We have crude inventories coming out at the bottom of the hour, so we'll have a bracket trade for the crude when that happens. Okay. On the crude, speaking of crude, right now it's starting to pull back and give us some divergence. You see down here how the green line has moved away from the cycle portion of the slingshot? That is divergence. And because the cycle was moved below the green line, it's bearish divergence. Okay? That's right here on crude oil. Down here. Bearish divergence. So we need a down close below the trend line is what we need. Crude inventories come out at 10:30. It's okay. Oops. Now you see how we got the wick there like that? Now we got to move our trend line to take that wick into account like that. Okay. Nothing here on the soybeans right now. Nothing on the ES right now. Nothing on crude right now. We have divergence, but we just see how the black step line just crossed up above the BBC. Wow, there was something on gold there. It happened really fast, so it was right in here. Gold is in the J contract. And now the cycle's going down too steep to go long on the gold. Why not take the crude short at the green line?
Step
Over
line.
here, you mean? Alex? It didn't give us a down close. We needed to have a down close. Okay. You had everything else in place, but we didn't get a down close. Okay. We finally got our first down close. It's way up here. The black line has crossed up above the BBC, so it's disqualified short trades now.
Does everyone understand that? That if the step line hits the BBC, it disqualifies the trade if it hits it before you enter the trade? That's one of the little finer points that when I make videos, I try to point that out.
Yeah.
Because there's only 5 steps to the trade, and then there's only one thing that can get in the way, and that's what we saw happen. Doesn't mean the market can't still do what it's doing right now, trade lower.
Just means that over time, we've seen that that should be the thing that tells us when not to trade in that direction anymore. Alright, on the Russell, oh gosh, where's my cursor? Here it is. On the Russell, if I were to draw a trend line, see, we should have shorted right up there on the Russell. It's already gone 4 ticks, so I'm not going to try to get into it now.
Crude bearish cross, pull away, pulling back, touching almost the BBC.
Okay, you see crude pulled back up to test the BBC. It's got bearish divergence and everything going on down here. This is a 164 long trade for the partners, right there. But for everyone else in here, we're not trending on the crude. You see this bottom right here? If you look left, it's right there. Okay, we're not putting in any lower lows or higher highs. So we're just going sideways here. Now, when it gets choppy like it is right here on crude, the partner trades, for those of you guys who are partners, the partner trades are the trades that tend to work the best. Okay, there was one right here. This is 137 short right here. This was an inverted, I'm sorry, it was a 164 long right here. And this down close right here would be, well, I'd like to see it have a black bar on the down close, but it would have been a 137. Okay. Hmm. The trade setups. I'm going to go over the trade setups in just a moment, okay? You see over here on gold how it's starting to pull back toward the BBC. Oops, I dropped that trend line in the wrong place. That down close right there on gold at 70.5 is a short trade. Okay, I'm short to 70 and a half on the gold. I gotta fix this. And stop the break even on the gold. And I'm gonna get taken out of break even here, I think. Yep. Alright, on the Russell, it's starting to pull back for another opportunity on the short side. Okay. Oops. 10:14, we have crude inventories in 16 minutes. Okay. 1189.4 right here on the Russell was the spot to short. I'm sorry, I'm not in it right now. And over here on the crude, 5069 was the spot to short. Okay, right in there, 5069 was a spot to short on the crude. And over there on the Russell, I'm not in the Russell right now. I am in the crude. That's a momentum trade, so I'm throwing my stop to break even right away. Oops. Okay, just get that taken out. So I'm out of the crude at break even. Guys, I'll be right back. I gotta make a quick phone call. Okay.
Mike still on the phone? Anybody got any questions on anything? Spit it out. We'll talk about it. What you got? Russell just came down and bounced right off 1189. Maybe we get another shot here. Now, the alert's to be short below 1189, so you got to bump it down one tick, 1188.90. We'll see if it makes it back down here. Now, this is trading without any indicators at all. This is just pure price, 1188.90.
Guys, I'll be right there, okay? All right, I'm here, guys. I'm back. Sorry, I had a quick phone call I had to make. All right. Let's see. Gosh. There we go. All right, you saw I took one trade there for 3 ticks. Oil inventory in 7 minutes. Okay, yeah, crude's coming out in 7 minutes. Let's take a look at the crude. All right, so we're currently trading down here. We're back up about 50 bucks a barrel, which is good. Okay, this is what I'm going to do on the crude inventories. I am going to put a buy in. Hang on a sec. The stop is always 8 ticks, right? Oh, you mean on the other side? On the other side, so it should be 88.9. Okay. On the crude, I'm going to put in a buy at 51.37.
Okay. Correct, Ray. I get Michael. You were answering Ray. Correct.
Yes, I was.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm going to buy 51.37 and I'm going to sell 50.39. 50.39. Okay. That's my bracket trade for the crude. All right. Again, it's buy 51.37 in cell 5039. Alright, that's for the inventories that are due out in 5 minutes. 4.5 minutes.
Now, right overhead on crude, well, the crude alert last night was to be long above 53 or short below 5120. And I bring that up now only because as the inventories go off, I mean, we're just sitting right below 5120 here at 5097. So I really wouldn't concern myself with the alert during the, the inventory stuff. Let it settle down. If it gets above it, I mean, there could be a perfectly good trade in there. That volatility when a report comes out is a little worrisome for me, but Michael handles it well.
Yes, we'll get that. Great, Marion. So how many days are you in now? Okay. All right. There is a long trade here on the crude, but I'm just going to wait it out because we have the inventories coming out here in 2.5 minutes. Okay. Now we're closer to the top order that I had on there. I guess 47, that's 53 away. Actually, we're right in the middle. Right in the middle of them. But I got a long trade on. I got a buy on at 51.37, a buy stop, and a sell stop down at 50.39. Okay. And inventories are due out in a minute and a half. Currently, guys, I'm +1 on crude, +9 on the Russell, +3 on gold. And less than a minute away from the inventories. The volume's starting to come out of the crude right now. Alright. I don't know if it's going to trigger anything, either of my orders, but we'll find out in about 5 seconds. Okay. Nothing's triggered yet. We got down close to the one on the bottom, but it's still not triggered. 5039 is where I had that order. Hi, Jane. Okay. Well, we have regular trade setups happening now on the crude that you can take advantage of. So I'm gonna cancel the orders that I had on there. Okay. I just canceled the orders that I had on the crude. So I didn't make anything on the bracket trade. We didn't get triggered in. And just as I say that, it drops right through my order that I had on there. It would have worked out well, but I took the order off. Down close right there is a short on crude at 50.22. And it just ran up. I didn't take it. I'm still. All right, I'm gonna let the crude work itself out here a little bit. All right, it's bouncing all around right now. If I'd have left my bracket order on, we would have gotten triggered in. You got 23 ticks on that, Ken? Did you leave the bracket order on? I know, as soon as I hit cancel all, and then bam. Oh well. Yeah, to make some K on dis. DIS. I don't know what DIS is. Oh, okay. I get it. Okay. That's a symbol. I get it. Get it. Makes sense now. Alright, on the soybeans, guys, we got a long trade right here from 77.25. 77.25, long trade on the soybeans. Okay. I'm long. 77.25, stop is 8 ticks away at 75.25. We're anticipating the green line is going to get up into the cycle, and we'll put in a higher swing. Okay? That is what we are anticipating. Let's see what actually happens. Okay. 77.25. Down close there. Alright, I'm going to show you guys the rules, the trade rules, okay? Things are kind of slow right here, so I'm just going to show you the trade rules. Okay, let me open this up. Open with this. Early, are you still in here?
He said he was going to be late. God, I bet he's so sick of hearing that.
Yeah, I'm sure he's never heard that. Alright, the soybeans just tanked, guys. And we're still long, but not for much more. Ding ding. There it is.
Ken made it funny. I won't repeat it, but it was funny.
that is funny. Alright, we just stopped out on the soybeans. Okay. Now, let's go over the trade setups. What market have we traded the most in? Crude. Alright, crude's got a short trade right here that these rules apply to. Okay. Well, I'm going to find a long trade. Okay, I want to do a long trade because the way these are written, it's showing you a long trade. So let me just do that. Okay. Here's one. Okay. Here we go. These are the rules, guys. Now, before I go over the rules, let me tell you what the pieces are. The MA1 is the red and blue line here on price. All right. The BBC is the green line on price. The black step line is obviously the black step line right there. Down here in the slingshot, we only pay attention to two things down here in the slingshot. It's the cycle and the green line. All right, the cycle and the green line. All right. So step one, the MA1, which is the red and blue line on price, crosses over the BBC for a long trade. Okay, it did that right here. Step two, and Keith, this is what I was talking about the other day. Price pulls at least one tick away from the BBC. That means price has moved at least one tick away from the BBC. Okay. Step three, price comes back and touches the BBC like it did right there. Okay. And step four is you got to have divergence between the green line down here in the slingshot and the cycle's got to be the right color. Okay. So price has got to pull back and touch the BBC. The cycle's got to be the right color, and the green line has got to have moved away from the cycle. Okay. The entry is on the up close, the next up close after price touches the BBC. Now you'll keep looking for that up close until the black step line crosses below the BBC. Okay, when the black step line crosses below the BBC, you're not looking for that up close anymore. Okay? And that's it. That's it. That's the whole trade setup right there. Alright. Now, I do other trades in here. Like these trades over here, when price doesn't hit the BBC or when the cycle's the wrong color. That's these rules right here. Okay. Step 1 and 2 are the same. The MA1 has to cross the BBC. Price has to pull away from the BBC. But here I draw a trend line. The confirmation here, okay Matt, I'll get to that in a sec. The confirmation here is the close above the trend line. Okay, you still have to have the divergence down here, but you got to draw a trend line. Now the trend line always starts from either the wick at the top, if there is a wick, or the corner of the body, if there's a body. When you're drawing a trend line, you draw it down the wicks, if there are wicks, or down the corners of the body, if there are corners of the body. And you continue drawing your trend line and adjusting your trend line for when wicks like this one right here stick out. You know, you would have to take that into account. And you continue drawing your trend line until you get a close on the other side of it, or until price hits the BBC. When price hits the BBC, you don't adjust your trend line anymore. Then you're looking for the close on the other side of the trend line. Down here in the cycle, you still want to have divergence, but on any trade, if the cycle is going against you at a 45-degree angle like this, 45-degree or greater angle like this, if it's going against the direction that you're going to trade, you don't want to take that trade. Okay? Don't trade against the cycle when it's going strong against you. Question was, what are the rules for the momentum trade? The rules for the momentum trade, well, the difference between a momentum trade and a trend line trade is the entry is on the other side of the trend line and on the other side of the MA1. So you've already met the requirement for not having any risk on the trade. Okay? You've already met the requirement for moving your stop to break even. So if you get into a momentum trade, as soon as you get profit in it, move your stop to break even. Okay? Take the risk off as soon as you get any profit in the trade. Okay? That's it. Those are all the rules for all the trades that I do in the live trading room. Now, if you become a partner, you'll learn a few other trades that you'll be able to do, but we don't do them in here. Okay? Okay, guys. All right. All right. So over here on the Russell, you see you would have drawn a trend line down the tops. Oops. Down the tops like that. And you would have been looking for the up close above the trend line, which happened right there. We didn't hit the BBC there. Almost, but not quite. So you would have been looking for this up close right here. Okay, on the Russell. Whenever you have divergence like this, what you anticipate is that the green line is going to work its way up and get up into the cycle. And when it does, it'll pull back and do it all over again. Okay? This is what we've been doing for years. I'm on. For years we've been doing this. You see, so your entry on the Russell should have been in here at 89.4. It drew down to 88.8. Drew back 6 ticks. Every trade has an 8 tick stop. Okay? And it just ran 10 ticks. Alright. So we've got about 45 minutes left in here, guys. If anybody has any questions that I haven't answered yet, can you please just cut and paste them in again? Because they scroll up out of view on me. Dwayne, did you see the message from Dion about changing his email account?
No, perhaps. I guess not.
Okay. Okay,
Where is it?
it's an email. It was the latest one that came in, I think. Or
Oh, okay. Let me go look.
just when you get a chance.
No, I'll do it right now so I don't forget.
Okay.
I haven't got it yet. Is it addressed just to you, or is it addressed to support?
I don't know. It says to me, so I'll send it to you. Oh, yeah, it was just to me. I'll send it to you.
Okay. All right. I'll take care of it right now.
Thanks.
Also, that orientation class video that I was telling you guys about earlier, it is up now. The one that I thought I posted in December, I think, or whenever I did it. I should check when I did do it. But anyway, it's up. It's the most recent post.
Okay, this up close right here on crude is a long trade at 50.61. Go to last. Go to last. 50.58 on that crude. We want to see the green line turn up and get up into the cycle here. Okay, there's 4 ticks profit, stop to break even. Stop. I was going to put stop at +1 tick. And it just took me out at break even.
What?
That was weird. All right. Yeah, it almost always does that, Ken. Same thing with natural gas. It goes back to where it came from, usually. I have a question.
Google's got an answer. What's up?
Oh, I even have an answer. I was reading a question. It says I have a
Oh,
question.
sorry. Nice.
You'll be quoted a price for a round turn trade, which means the buy and the sell. Okay. You pay per side, per transaction, but you'll be quoted a price, a round turn price. Like, say on the Russell, it costs $5.80 to get in and out of a trade for one contract. Okay. So 2 contracts would be $11.60. That's how it works. Okay, I'm on.
Yeah, when you see TV commercials, the stock big brokerage firms that advertise on TV, when they quote their prices, they're quoting a one-way price. That's to get into the trade. And for whatever reason, in the world of commodities and futures, commissions have always been quoted more like a round-trip airline ticket, if you will. Okay. So I know a lot of people I got confused. I'm not confused now, but I was very confused because I came from the world of equities to the world of futures, and trying to get all that figured out took a minute. So it's a round that you'll hear round turn, round trip. It's a cost of getting in and then getting out. And possibly it's because, no, I don't know that that's true. I was going to say maybe it's because futures and commodity trades are typically shorter than stock trades. But there's a lot of scalpers in the world of stocks. Even the high dollar stocks like Google and Apple. So anyway, that's just how it is. Talk to Bert, talk to Leslie, 866-928-3310. They're not just our brokers, they're with these indicators. So what a great guy to have as your broker. Do we get a little slice of the commission you pay? Not a dime. We don't have that type of arrangement is perfectly legal. There's nothing wrong with it, but we chose not to do that because we wanted to be able to tell you that we think they're the best in the business because they're the best in the business and not because we get paid, a couple pennies. Everybody always thinks the broker makes all the money, but it's just, guys, when you take $5.80 and you break that thing down, I don't know what they end up with out of the 580, but I bet it's not a whole lot. Okay, because it takes a lot of people to run a brokerage firm. There's a lot of overhead, and there's compliance and coffee, and oh my goodness.
We just picked up 9 ticks on that crude short.
See?
9 ticks on the crude short. Okay.
Bert got a little bit better right there. You're not fat, Bert. I'm joking over here. Bert.
90.6 over here on the Russell was a spot to short. It's already gone 4 ticks, so I'm not going to try to get in it now.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Jocelyn, the 2420 blueprint. Hang on. I'm sure I have that in here somewhere.
If I can send it, I've got it right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, unless you want to. Was you requesting like an autographed copy or?
No, he just wants he couldn't open the one in the members area.
Yeah, you know what? I should take that down and just say email us, and we'll send you a copy, or we should just automatically send the copy. Maybe that might be the simplest thing to do.
Yeah, actually.
You know, the fella having the email problem, I've changed that email before, and trying to something's amiss, but I'm gonna fix it. That's why they call me the fixer. They don't really call me that.
They don't call you
Huh. Well, if they did, I couldn't tell you. Now, could I?
Well, you could. Then you'd have to kill me.
All right. Keon, are you in the audience right now? Are you here today with us?
All right. The Russell's got a short trade right here, guys, from 90.4.
Because if you are, I do want to apologize that you've had problems. And hopefully what I'm doing right now is going to fix it forever.
Okay, I'm short 90.3 on the Russell. He takes risk. Ooh. I like that big orange bar. That's right. So is 1806. Nope, we just stopped out on that Russell trade.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on, Charlie. Not you.
Okay.
No, that's not it.
All right. Alright, I just stopped out on that Russell short over here. Okay. Just so you guys knew. Alright, and 5026 right here. 5026 was the spot to short that. I'm not in the crude either right now. That was the spot. I think, let me just draw the trend line to make sure. Actually, you could have shorted up there. Alright, guys, it's 10:56. Currently, plus 10 on crude, plus 1 on the Russell, plus 3 on gold, and minus 8 on soybeans. Okay. So we're up a little bit right now on the day.
We actually have 2 Dions. Did you know that? You know you're huge. You're ginormous when you have 2 Dions.
2
And
Dions.
2 Hermans.
2 Hermans.
You think that's right?
Yeah,
You
I
might want to
think
look
it is.
into it. Okay. Well, very good. Carry on.
I think it is right though. What the heck?
Is there anybody in here today that wasn't in here yesterday when I asked if you wanted to have a concierge trade alert class? Because I just uploaded the video of the last orientation class. Doesn't mean we can't have another one, but
Alright. Crude oil is dropping here, guys. It's dropped about, I don't know, about 80 cents since the inventories came out. So I'm guessing there was a bigger pile. I don't know. Let me go look. Hit refresh. Let's see. Why did it automatically go to tomorrow? Here we go. Crude inventories. Yeah, it is a bigger pile. They're expecting 4 million. They got 6.3. Okay. Tomorrow at 8:30, unemployment claims come out. Trade balance comes out. Preliminary non-farm labor costs and productivity come out. And then we don't have anything on at the top of the hour. Yes, long setup. Well, let's just look. You would have been drawing a trend line down the tops like that. You see down the corner of the body? And by the time you got the close above, the black step line had crossed and you ran out of divergence, so there's no long setup there, Alex, okay? Not right there.
I'm sending off the 2420 blueprint as well as the trading plan in case you had problems with that one as well.
Okay.
It's a package deal. And that's done. It should be in your inbox right now. So if it's not, let me know.
Okay. A bigger barrel of oil then. All right. So waiting. Thank you, Dwayne, for sending that off.
Sure. I was just looking up through the comments. Somebody said that seems too easy. We don't use the word easy. We call it simple. Not even sure what you're referring to.
When I went through the rules.
What was Dwayne talking about then, making 60% of your earnings? That scared the crap out of me. Did I say that? I know I just said that out loud.
I don't know, how long ago was that posted? I didn't see that one.
I don't,
Oh, talking about them.
I'm Dwayne, by the way, so I'm not sure what you mean.
I didn't say it, but might have been in early on when you were talking about taxes and stuff like that. I don't know.
Taxes? No.
I didn't hear it.
Oh, yeah. No, the Uruguay question before the Open?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be happy to try to clarify it for you, Mon, if I can. Just type it into the bottom. The only people that see what you type are myself, Michael, and Bert.
679 is high, 675 is low here on crude. Right, down close at 675 would be a short trade. Over here on, I'm sorry, not on crude, on natural gas. On the crude, we're testing the BBC. We need an up close. On the natural gas, 675 down close would be a short trade. Okay. Crude went down, not up, so we don't have a trade there. Okay. See, 11:03, guys. 11:03.
Go ahead, Michael. Put a smile on my face.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was just filling this thing out, and, well, here, you aren't doing anything anyway. That was a joke.
Let's see. On the gas now, guys, we have a high of 683. It'll have a low of 679. If you get a down close at 679, that'd be a short trade there on the natural gas. Okay, and there it is. And I'm trying to short 678. And I'm not getting filled. Alright. I didn't get filled on the gas. An up close here on crude to be a long trade. It's got a low of 36. It'll have a high of 40. That would be a long momentum trade if you got that up close at 40. Never mind. It went down, not up.
That link I gave you when you get a chance, not right now, but just go there. And I was signing us up, and I got my name right, I got my email address right, and then the next part just dawned on me that that's an issue. It'd be funny if it wasn't me, us. If it was somebody else, I'd be laughing my head off.
To sign up.
I'm kidding.
It's register is what you said, right? Name and email.
No, under podcasters, name, email. Yeah, what are you gonna put? What are you gonna put in that third blank there?
Oh, hang on, I gotta close this window. I got the wrong one.
Don't say it out loud, but
I don't know.
never really thought of it that way. And that could be a thing, you know?
Yeah.
I'm going to call them. I'm going to call them and talk to them. I mean, very few people have the 10-year history that we have. Very few. In fact, the 200 people on this site that I just sent you to, they got 200, and none of them, not one, not one, has a 10-year history.
We do.
Yeah, I know we do. See, and that's why it's out of whack. Okay. Funny.
You didn't answer the question, by the way.
I know. I don't know what to put. Did I answer the question?
The one that I typed in for you.
Oh, are you talking about geographics?
Yeah. Which location?
Yeah. Well, I don't. Is it divisible by 2?
You mean, can you split it?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm trying to. Yeah. It's a long story. I grew up a poor white child and deep south. Got 60. We have 60 positive reviews. That's good. They're gonna love us, I think. Hey, any of you guys that have never gone on iTunes and given us a review, it's meaningful, and I'd appreciate it, and I'll even start posting them again. I've been doing the video audio thing, and I'll keep doing that, but I'll do the podcast thing too, because it's hard to watch when you're driving.
Yeah. I know I do have some truckers out there.
Well, for those of you that don't know, you can listen to our stream 24/7 from our website. If you're using a smartphone or a tablet, there's a couple of apps you can download, but the one I like best, and it's free, TuneIn Radio. That's the name of the app on iPhone and Android. It's free. You can get a pro version that allows you to do different stuff, but all you need is the free. And you can listen to us. Like when Michael does the recap during the radio show, and I go like take a break and walk around a little bit, I'm listening to him on my cell phone. Totally tubular and high-tech. You can listen to live radio around the world. When you download the app, just search CFRN. It'll pop right up, boom, and then make us favorite. And then when you open the app, we'll be on the home page.
All right, it's 11:09, guys. 11:09. I missed some trades in here. Missed a long trade here on crude. I didn't get filled on the short trade over here on natural gas. And there's a long trade right here on gold, 63.6. I missed that one on the Russell. Geez, I'm missing trades all over the place today. All right, we got a low of 50.44. We're going to have a high of 50.48. A low of 50.44. We're going to have a high of 50.48.
And what the heck you talking about? What you talking about? What number was that review? CFRN has some deep lyrics, but I don't like the guitarist. No, podcasts, my friend. CFRN is the real deal. I've been a CFRN listener since 2007. Dwayne Reeves isn't just putting on a daily radio show. He's following his calling in life. Dwayne and his thoroughly vetted guests who produce the show each day are the real deal in the world of investing. Wow, what a great, amen. Harvey Camel. He hasn't been around in a long time. He wrote the review in 2012. It said he'd been listening since 2007. So anyway, guys, if you would go there and write a review, that'd be awesome. I think you got to have an iTunes account and all that, but they are free. So anyway.
All right.
Greg says YM is headed into the long alert. Thanks for that. Let me go look. What was the alert? YM, long above 17,640. Ooh, got close. You're right. It maybe on the next run. It got up to 38. Now remember, because it says to be long above 17,640, what we actually need is 41. So if you're setting up your DOM to trigger you in, you want it to be set at 17641 to be long. Takes 20 ticks in the YM because it pays $5 per tick. Now, who's the person that noticed that? Was it Greg that noticed that?
Yeah, Greg.
Okay, Greg. Do you? I'm sure you have your indicators running. Okay. Look at just the CFRN. I don't have the bottom part on my screen right now, the slingshot box. But look at that beautiful trade running up to it. Even though it didn't get to the alert, the classic, CFRN setup, bullish cross, price pulls away, price pulls back, the whole nine. It would have got you in at 17,622 and taking you right up to, well, it's still, I guess the swing high was only 38. Okay. You could have got something out of it. If you were trailing your stop behind the BBC, you would have gotten out at 29. And that's still 7 ticks.
$33.10, right? 866-928-3310. Dave.
Who are you talking to? Wait a minute, Bert's number?
Yeah, Bert's number. It's 3310, not 3210. Dave, yesterday I think I told you 3210, didn't I?
866-928-3310. Yeah. That's right.
Okay, and that other stuff, Dwayne, is done.
All right, thanks very much.
Okay. All right. Sorry, I missed this over here, guys. What time is it? It's 11:14, so we got 15 minutes left here, guys. Roughly 15 minutes, maybe 10. And we're getting a pullback here on the gold. All right. We have bearish divergence, and we're trading above the BBC on the crude. That suggests we're in a cycle reset right now. Okay. Is it snowing? How much snow did you get in that storm on Monday, Al? Alright. I don't know why gold is running here, but it is. 1266.1 is the low on that. 66.5 be the high. Good enough close. There it is. 66.5 is the up close. That's a momentum long trade. So if you get into it at 66.5, you should throw your stop at break even as soon as you get any profit in the trade, like that. Okay. And now we're getting a deeper pullback. Oops. Dave K, did you hear me? When we were talking on the phone yesterday, I think I said 3210 was their phone number. It's 3310. It was a foot that you got, Bart? 6 more inches due tomorrow, is that what they're saying? I'm going home tonight, so I will see it all tomorrow with my own eyes. I got stopped out at break even on the gold. I'm on. I moved my stop to break. It was a momentum trade, so I moved my stop to break even as soon as I had profit in it. Gold triggered on the alert. Good. Rally in Boston. There's a rally. I am coming in. Well, I'm coming in tonight. I land at 8 o'clock, I think. 8:20. Something like that. Oh, the Patriots rally. No, that's what's going on today. Okay. All right. You know what? I'm not there. I know. I don't live in it. I live near it. Yeah. Yes. Logan, Terminal B. All right. Crazy. All right, we're pulling back over here on the crude. All right, that down close right there is a short trade on the crude at 50.30. 50.30. We want to see the green line turn down and get all the way down into the cycle here on this. Okay, we want to see the green line get down into the cycle. Stop at break even. Boom. Stop at break even. There. Now the stop's at break even. Okay, it took me out. You see I slipped into that? I had 2 ticks of slip on that. So now I'm flat with a break even on that. I was actually in at 28. Alright, you see the green line got down into the cycle? That's exactly what we were looking for there. So it just dropped down 10 ticks from where the proper entry was. Okay. Everything's the same, Jane. Everything's the same. The setup of it is not the same, but the trade setups are the same and the indicators are the same and all that. But the way that Ninja handles CME data and range bars is different. So you gotta make a couple of small changes. You should have the indicators now. Okay. Did you get that email that said please watch this video? Because there's one in there with all the ninja stuff. The video of the ninja stuff. This down close right here. Sorry, this down close right here on the gold is a short trade at 64.9. Again, I am not in it. I missed it. I'm sorry I'm missing so many trades today, guys. Of course, the goal is to teach you guys how to trade, so you don't have to wait for me to show you how to trade, and to show you where the trades are. Okay, so currently we're plus 10 on crude, we're plus 1 on the Russell, plus 3 on gold, and minus 8 on beans. That bean trade. Ah, okay. Yeah, because IB doesn't, they're their own FCM. They don't clear through gain. And the Russell's going right up into a weekly trading zone right here. I don't know what size this monitor is. I think it's 24 inches, I think. All right. Well, guys, it doesn't look like I'm going to get another trade off here. I guess I could short gold right there. Down close of this bar here on gold would be a short trade. Okay, it's got a high of 62.1, and I just shorted it, but I'm throwing my stop at break even. Okay, I got in at 62.3. It stops at break even. Okay, I'll be back in just a second, guys. All right. All right, guys. So I'm going to wrap it up. Let me show you what trades are setting up right now. There's a long trade setting up right here on crude oil. There's nothing setting up here. You could be long crude right here at 50.33. Okay, 50.33, 50.34, if you wanted to be. And if you did get long on crude at 50.33, 50.34, your stop should be now at break even. Okay, stop should be at break even. My stops, well, now my stop's at break even. Sorry, I meant to show you my stop at break even. There's my stop at break even. Okay. And now my stop's at +5. And stop's still at +5. And I'm going to put a target at 10 ticks on it right here. And it just took me out with 10 ticks. Okay. And that will be my last trade, the live trader, today. Okay. There to there. All right, now let's do the spreadsheet. Today is the 4th day of February. In soybeans, we lost 8 ticks, -8. In the Russell, we made 1 tick. In gas, we didn't do anything. In crude oil, we are now +20 ticks. And in gold, we are +3 ticks. And today, it took us 8 trades. Oops. I don't remember how long it took. Let's say 20 minutes. I think it was 20. I know I got it before the top of the hour. 20 minutes, 8 trades to get to $100 a contract. And we took a total of 5, 10, 18, 19 trades today. All right. So let's update this. So on the month, for the month of February so far, we're up $712.50 a contract. If you apply an $8 commission to every trade we've taken, you would be up a net of $208 a contract. If you apply a $5 commission to every trade we've taken, you would be up a net of $397 a contract. Okay? So far in the year, we're up $7,547. Okay, that's where we stand on the year so far. That's 1 contract, 2 hours a day in the live trading room. Okay, let me save this. I'll save as. Save that. Remember to email that to myself. All right, let me show you guys how to get into the next session. The next session begins at the top of the hour. Begins at the top of the hour, and let's see. The next session begins at the top of the hour. To get into the next session, go to cfrn.net, scroll down in the right-hand side to where it says click here, and click there, and scroll down to where it says watch live now, and click there. And fill out this little form. Once you fill out this little form, you'll be sent a link to get into the next session prior to the next session every business day for the rest of the month of February. Okay? There's the link for that. Now I'm going to put my phone number in here. My phone number is 1-949-423-6464. Okay, if anybody has any questions, feel free to give me a call. If I can pick it up, I will. If I can't, then Um, then call me back. I mean, then leave a voicemail and I'll call you back.
Now, he's going to do a really long recap today because I haven't marked anything up yet. I got to go do that right away,
Okay.
straight away. I'm just kidding. But if you can stretch it if you want.
Alex, the idea is for you to learn how to trade, not to follow my trades. Okay? The idea is for you to learn how to trade so you can see the trade setups coming up. And I try to tell you when they're coming up. You know, you hear me say enough close on this bar on crude oil would be a long trade. So if I tell you that, then you look for that, get your order ready, and you can trade it. That's the idea. Okay? All right. I'll do a long recap today, Dwayne. Okay. I'll drag it out. I only have 19 trades, but maybe I'll do a couple of live trades.
Oh, I'll pop in. We'll jibber jabber about something.
Okay. All right. So you do not see 93, 94 Russell zone.
Are you talking about weekly? You talking about a weekly
Yeah,
zone?
weekly zone.
Let me look. Russell.
Today's results are right here.
82. No, this week, the Russell zone's 1182/83. That's what I've got written down.
You don't have 93, 94 zone?
Let me look.
That must be
Well, I'm
last.
going to look at the email I sent out. I got it right here. Russell. Nope, 82/83. Then 98/99. And then 12/20, 12/21.
All right. So today, I lost 8 ticks on soybeans. I made 1 tick on the Russell. I made 20 on crude and 3 on gold. All right. I missed a ton of trades today, guys. I just totally missed a whole bunch of trades.
And don't hate Esteban because he trades tax-free, okay? Just don't be a hater, all right? I'll see you at the top.
All right,
Bye.
we'll see you at the top, Tony. Okay, guys, that's it. I forgot to start the recording today, so I didn't record today. Sorry about that. That's it. We're gonna wrap it up here. If anybody's got any questions, please give me a call. Okay, if I can pick it up, I will. If I can't, well, leave me a voicemail and I'll get back to you. All right.